I think we may have, maybe it's a Black Sox thing we've got on our hand here. Maybe the Mariners are intentionally losing games. Maybe this is their way of getting back at John Stanton, because we kind of ruled out games being rigged yesterday because it would be too obvious. But the same game happens again tonight. Maybe the Mariners are intentionally losing games. Maybe they scored just a few runs just to give you a little hope, but then pull it right back. I don't know. What is up? What is going on, everybody? Welcome back and welcome into the Seattle Mariners post-game recap. The Mariners lose this one tonight to the Angels 8-6. They fall to 32-31 on the season. I have no idea where they're at in the standings because it doesn't matter until they win another baseball game. As always, you guys know the big three. Comment your thoughts on the team and the game down below. Please hit that like button. It helps out tremendously. And don't forget to hit subscribe if you're new, lurking, or still following this Mariners baseball team. Like the record isn't shocking to me that the Mariners are a 500-ish team at the moment. I mean, they were very inactive this offseason, banking on some bounce backs. And April was great. I bought in, listen, it's sports. You got to have some optimism sometimes. And the Mariners, like I said, sometimes do just enough to give that to you. So I thought maybe we were getting it. Maybe we were having those bounce back seasons. Maybe it was going to happen. And, still, what are we now? This is now less than 100 games to go. I think this is game 63, so 99 games to go. A lot of baseball left for sure. But it's not the record that has me like, how did this happen? But I don't know if I've ever seen a stretch like this, losing these type of games so many times in a row. I mean, it has been the same game since the Baltimore series every time. Take a lead, give it right back. Take a lead, give it right back. Then bullpen shuts it down or you get shut down. I mean, it's the same thing. I've never seen anything like this. And today might have been the worst of all of them, to be perfectly honest. Mariners jump up 4-0, felt pretty good. Castillo's been throwing the ball really well. Felt like it was a good opportunity here to get a victory and wouldn't have solved all the past problems of this week. But sometimes, just in the words of Kevin Malone, just nice to win one sometimes. It looked like the Mariners were lined up to do that. Well, no, they give a home run to Chris Taylor because, of course, they do. Taylor has hit nothing but 400-foot, doubles, home runs, and been hit by pitches this series. I think he's been on base more times in the last two games than he has all season. It will be my World Series if the Mariners can ever get Joe Adell out. So at least we have that going for us. The Mariners don't actually have to win a World Series. Just got to retire Joe Adell once, and we'll take it as a World Series victory, at least for me personally. And then it just, I think, sums up perfectly the next couple innings. Julio's on at second, going to third. Randy gets what likely would have been a base hit that hits Julio flush on the ankle, calf area there. Julio's hurt. It cost the Mariners a run. It cost the Mariners an out. Just in terms of this game, could have been 5-2 with a runner at first, one out, and who knows how the rest of the inning plays out. Maybe the Mariners win the game with that. So on top of losing that opportunity, lose Julio. Now the good news is it sounds day to day, Dan said, and Julio said he expects to potentially be in there tomorrow. So I don't think he will be. I think they'll keep him out for tomorrow at least, but hopefully maybe back for the Arizona series. So that's good news. But it creeps up on you in that game because the two most crucial at-bats later in the game when you had the bases loaded, I think in the fifth, I don't even know what inning, and then you had an inning in, I think, in the sixth or something with runners at first and second. And Leody Taveras had to take those at-bats because he came in for Julio, which, nothing you can do there. That's who's on the bench who can play outfield. So not only do you lose Julio getting hurt, and, again, seems like he'll be okay, but potential injury, you lose a run on the play, and then the two most crucial at-bats you have the rest of the game just happen to be the person that was in the 3-hole there hitting for Julio. Oh, and then the next inning, you've got Leody Taveras. I don't know what he was doing on the Neto fly ball. I'm assuming the swing was big, so he went back on it, comes up, ball drops in front of him, then skips away from him for a double, essentially. Then you've got the little dribbler that Ward hits that Cal throws to Rowdy, and Rowdy can't handle, that scores a run. Then you've got the fly ball by Taylor that was hit well, but Taveras was right there in front of that weird home run thing the Angels have where it doesn't have to go out of the park, just over that fence. It can hit the scoreboard. It's a home run. And Taveras can't make the catch, and the game's tied. You couldn't script it. Again, that's how I know it's not scripted, because you can't possibly script this stuff. It's too absurd. I mean, it is literally just, are they throwing it? Are they working on something here? Is this some 4D chess move that these players have put together to do this in these games? Because I really don't get how you can blow some of these. And then, Adele hits another home run, his second of the game the next inning. And then against a bad bullpen, the offense is quiet. Now, listen, the offense put up 6 runs today. It isn't their fault. And then you have Castillo, who, yes, there was some bad luck there, right, with the Cal Rowdy play, the Tavares fly balls, but Castillo was not sharp at all either. He gave up 7 extra base hits in this game, including 3 home runs. He'd given up 4 home runs all season, gives up 3 today. Nothing is working for this team right now. Even when it is working, it's not working. Like the offense is a perfect example. 6 runs is solid. I don't want to just come on here and sound like, Jay, why are you blaming the only unit that actually did something today? I'm not. But I'm just trying to sum up how even when they're doing things right, they can't do it right. They still left opportunities out there offensively. They still couldn't add on much against a bullpen for the Angels that is not very good. And then the Mariners bullpen was bad too and couldn't keep the Angels to 5 or 6 and maybe have a chance to win this ball game. Maybe I didn't even talk about the fact that Cal hit 2 home runs in this game. It's sad that I see Cal hit a second home run and I just kind of sat there. I mean, Cal's going to be breaking Barry Bonds' home run record this year and it's going to be for naught. It's just, it's incredible. Ben Williamson made some great defensive plays. I just kind of went nice play. Didn't even get, hyped up for it or anything. I mean, just frustrating. I mean, this is what bad baseball looks like. It's no cohesiveness, nobody working together, nobody stepping up. Who's going to be Cal is stepping up. Cal's doing everything he can. But where's the dominant pitching performance? Castillo's got to be better. Again, something's out of his control. Cal and Rowdy make that play. Leote catches those fly balls. Maybe the game plays out a little bit differently, and Castillo may not have been great. I don't think there was any scenario where he was great tonight, but maybe it's a 5 2/3, 3 earned run start, and you can turn over the bullpen, your top end of your bullpen, and maybe you win this baseball game. Cole Young was solid today, had his first extra base hit and had an RBI single. Miles Mastroboni had a nice game. Dylan Moore is killing the team right now. He's pinch hitting in big spots, which I don't have a problem with that happening, but he's not coming through when it's needed the most. And like I said, then you get Julio hurt. And Julio, rough series against Baltimore, but yesterday a big game, a triple and a single, has the base hit in the first inning, then a rocket 110 off the bat in his next at bat. It's like, hey, Julio's getting hot. That's going to be huge. And then he gets hurt. I mean, nothing working right. That's what I mean by even when it's going right, it's not going right for this ball club. So it's a combination of things, right? When I sit there and say I've never seen anything like this, right? They have been unlucky here. I mean, there has been they are not getting breaks right now, but they're also playing bad baseball. And when you're not getting breaks and playing poor, boy, it's a lethal combination. Again, something I said a lot in my post-game recaps. Being unlucky doesn't mean you've been good. Being lucky doesn't mean you've been bad. So I don't want anybody to think I'm trying to come on here and say that it's just been some bad luck here for this team. No, they are not playing good ball. But on top of it, they're not catching any break either for the most part, right? It certainly feels that way for sure. I mean, again, I don't know if I've ever seen leads just blown this quickly. At least they did hold the 4-0, 3-4-0 lead for a little bit. At least we experienced a lead for some brief moments tonight while the offense came back out there. But that's a brutal combination, and it can lead to a lot of losses. And you are a loss away here from being back to 500. Then you go to Arizona, who is not playing great. They were swept in a doubleheader today, but they're dangerous, right? They've got talent. They can swing the bats. You lose, even if you go in and lose that series, maybe you win one, you're under 500. And we're getting closer to the trade deadline. I mean, it doesn't seem like it, but we're a week away from mid-June. Trade deadline's at the end of July. It's a big stretch of baseball here for the Mariners over the next month. And if they continue to play like this, they'll win a game eventually. They will. It will happen. They'll finish here with 33 wins. They will win one more. Probably they do play the Rockies. I mean, at this point, the Rockies would probably beat them the way they're playing ball. Um, but that's not what we're looking for. I mean, listen, right now I'm looking for just a win, just to enjoy something here. But it's not about just winning another game. This team's going to have to get on a streak now. Like, they've undone it all the April, all the banking, just like last year. Not quite the same. They didn't blow a 10-game lead this year, but all those wins you had that you banked in there. How many times have I said it? Like, even when they were 8 games over, you can just play 500 for a couple months. 500 ball. You'll be in great position. If the Mariners did that, they'd still be sitting in first place. I said it last year with the 10-game lead. What was great about it was Mariners don't have to play perfect baseball now. They can play 500 ball here for a couple months. They should be in great position going into mid-September with the division lead. It may not be 10, but probably 5, 6, and you feel pretty good about that. They just can't do it. It's like they just have to give it all back. They just don't know how to level it out a little bit. And it's really hurting, I think, on the pitching side. You're just not getting those dominant performances. And I don't want to pick on Castillo. He's been your best starter this year, or second best, maybe behind Wu. But it's kind of the same thing with Wu against Baltimore. Like, I don't want to go after these guys, but Wu can't give up those home runs in that inning. Yes, the offense was bad that game, no doubt about it. But you should hold on to it. Castillo here, 4-0 lead. Again, not all his fault. Defense let him down. Tavares and whoever you want to blame, Cal or Rowdy. I think Rowdy technically gets the error there, and that's fine. Let him down, but he still had an opportunity he also gave a home run to Chris Taylor, Joe Adell, and a double, I think, to Taylor Ward in the 5th or 6th inning that led to a run. So he was still bad. Castillo sums it up, right? It's about the Mariners. Some bad luck, but also bad play, bad pitching. And it's just that then you get the dominant pitching performance somewhere and the offense scores 1 run. It's not working in sync. The vibes are bad. I mean, I'm sorry. This recap's again kind of all over the place. But I don't think you guys, do you really want me to break down? Oh, yeah, this was a great play here in the 4th inning, And Ben made some great defensive plays. It was really good to see. After, I think, a bit of a shaky start defensively, he's kind of settled in. Like I said, it was great to see Cole Young get a couple of hits. That's fantastic. And good news on Julio. I will say you kind of see Julio's value for sure when you watch what Leody Taveras did in there. And I'm done, dude. I'm pretty much get Leody off this team. He might be a double agent. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe the Rangers. The Rangers aren't taking much advantage of it, but maybe the Rangers sent Leody in here as a double agent. And he's taken the Mariners down. He's infiltrated, and he's taking the Mariners down from the inside because, my gosh, was he awful today. Awful. And sometimes I'll give guys the benefit of, hey, it's tough coming in off the bench, cold. Screw it. No benefit out. You're a Major League Baseball player, dude. This isn't me at the company picnic scarfing down, a 10-pack of Busch Lights, barbecue sauce from the ribs all over my shirt, and, my buddy going, hey, Jay, man, we need you out in right field. Oh, yeah, let me just slam the bush and get this, corn on the cob down real quick, and I'll be right out there. Let me dust off the old glove 15 years later and see what she's got left in her. He's a Major League Baseball player, dude. Go out there and play, man. Just asking to catch fly balls. And not to mention 2 at-bats where he left runners on base in the most crucial situations. And then, like I said earlier, of course, the most crucial at-bats go to the spot where the guy gets hurt. Would Julio have come through in those at-bats? I don't know. Again, I talked about with Cal in the 2-hole versus the 4-hole, right? I have no idea if he would have come through, but you would have felt like you had a better opportunity for sure. Julio probably catches both those fly balls in the 4th or 5th or 3rd or whatever the bleep inning that was that happened in. Poor Cal. Dude, like I said, is going to break Barry Bonds' record this year. Guy might have 30 home runs by the end of this road trip. Absolutely insane season that Cal's having. Just hopefully they win tomorrow. I just want to see him win. It's not even about salvaging the season at this point. It's just, man, I want to watch him win. It's been a week. It's been a long week, and not having a Mariners W in there makes it even longer. So I'd be lying if I had faith, because I'm sure Adell's going to hit a home run tomorrow and Chris Taylor's going to do something. And again, it's been Darno, it's been Adell, it's been Chris Taylor. You've actually held Mike Trout pretty well in check. He had a couple walks today. You've held Taylor Ward pretty well in check. Soler left with the injury, but he hasn't done much. O'Hoppe hasn't killed you. Neto and Shanuel have had decent series, I think, but they haven't been like the guys that have just killed you in this series. And another thing too, Nationals, Orioles, Angels, three teams that are, no matter what you think of them, they're not playing good baseball. I shouldn't say about the Angels. I think they're a game behind the Mariners now, maybe two. But you've gone 1-7. By the way, what is it with Anaheim? We just cannot go down there and win. But you're 1-7 against those teams. Even if you went right, because 0-2 Angels, 0-3, yeah, 1-7. Even if you went 3-5, you'd feel a lot better about this team. 34-29. They'd be a game back in first. We'd be talking about like, hey, they're right there. I've been saying last week, hey, get ready, guys. This summer, it's going to be Astros, Mariners back and forth. Took the Mariners 4 days to make that look ridiculous. Listen, the season isn't over, right? Baseball, this is just, again, if you don't want to hear any bits of optimism, you can totally shut off the video. I get it. I'm with you. I feel low about this team. I don't even know what a Mariners win looks like right now. I have zero faith they're winning tomorrow. So if someone that wants me to be more, calling things out, being pessimistic, you got the 16 minutes. Just going to give some ways where we can have maybe end on a positive note here. That's all I'm doing. You got 99 games left. Baseball is one of the streakiest, weirdest sports there is. You'd think I'm insane if I said the Mariners could go 8-2 in their next 10. You'd look at me and go, have you seen this team? Yeah. And baseball's weird. It absolutely is. We've seen it happen before. It happens all the time. In fact, it's the most Mariners thing ever. Do I think they're going to do it? No. I haven't seen any evidence of it. Maybe you find a way to win tomorrow. Go to Arizona, a team that's scuffling a little bit. You're going to have Brian Wu in that series. Hancock's thrown it well. Maybe Bryce Miller steps in. Last game, Cal, it's a couple dingers, and you win 2 out of 3 there, and you've won 3 out of 4. Very quickly. Then you come home and you have a good homestand. It's not out of the question. The season is not over. You shouldn't throw in the towel yet. But that you shouldn't. But you should definitely have a towel ready, for sure. And again, I don't tell anybody how to fan. If you want to you're still there going, man, Jay, I just, it's only 63 games. We'll see it. I'm totally fine. I get both sides. I don't think there's a wrong answer to it. And that's why I don't tell people how to fan, because I don't think there's a wrong way to do it. If you're someone that's sitting there just going, it's a bad streak, it happens, I might be like, I think it's a little bit more than that, but I get it. I get where you're coming from. And if you're someone that's checked out, kudos, actually. I don't blame you at all. I tempted not to watch tomorrow. I will watch for the video so I can do it. That's about it. Otherwise, I'd probably take a little bit of a break from this team right now. It is exhausting. And it's an organization top to bottom. They may need a lot of changes. We talked about it last year, and nothing changed, and they didn't do anything in the offseason. It starts up top with ownership, but it's also a front office issue. It's both, right? And you can cycle through managers. I don't know if Dan's good at this or bad at this. It's been 63 games, but I'm kind of tired of cycling through managers all the time. The constants with this organization are Justin, Jerry, and John, the Jays. I'm not going to go on the rant about it right now, but they've been the 3 most consistent people in this organization, right? They're the 3 that have been here the longest. That's where the accountability needs to start, in my opinion. Just for anybody that fire Dan, do this and stuff, which, I'm not saying he's been great or anything, but it starts up top. Now, you can't fire ownership. Can't do that. But, the people underneath haven't been great either. Now, with that said, I also don't trust ownership to find better people. So it's just a whole fun conundrum. Boy, I really went positive on that one, didn't I? Get a W tomorrow. Let's keep this thing over 500. Then I'll be there on Monday, and I'll be there on Wednesday, and I'll do my best to bring home some W's. Have a great night, everybody. Like, comment, subscribe. And as always, go Mariners. Peace.